I literally just took it out of my wrap thing. I'm sorry. I really thought that my hair was about to like be. Oh man, that just gave Don King. Shout out to Don King. But yes, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl Euphoria tapping in, and we're about to get straight into this message because, child, the truth is ugly, but it ain't finna set nobody free. Until I set myself free, right? So what we have here is a situation at hand that I like to call having boundaries for the right reasons, right? But for some odd reason, when you try to have these boundaries for the right reasons, women, they call themselves aligning with you. They call themselves, okay. Let me not say that because I could be wrong, right? I don't think so, though. I've been on my healing journey for about excuse me, sorry. Since before COVID. And on this healing journey, excuse me, on this healing journey, I find myself day after day learning something new, learning something different, learning something a little bit more interesting about other cultures, working in an all-women's hair salon, especially. Excuse me, I'm burping a lot because I'm trying to clear out this painful ass energy. I don't know what this energy is. Maybe another female could like come into the chat and really like help me understand. But like there's this really bad sharp pain that I'm getting like in my groin area. Like those groin muscles right there, those muscles outside the visage. Excuse me. I'm getting an intense pain right there on the sides of my visage. And it's like, it feels like something's moving so fast right there. Like the energy is just like, and it's so annoying. But I'm trying to understand it in a sense of healing because everybody's like, oh no, that's perfection. That's the perfect energy you want right there. Like all these Ethiopian men. So I'm like, is it the Ethiopian woman that did it at my job? But then I also work with other African women, which I was sitting next to them and I felt so much pain. And she's like, one day they're gonna just give in. You're gonna stop fighting. You're just gonna give in. Like, yeah, you're not that strong. Like, she just kept saying shit. It's like, so bitch, what you the one doing it? And funny thing is, last night as I went to go ahead and cleanse my energy out, I was listening to some tarot readers that I hadn't really checked in with or chatted with in a long time. Because I was like, I'm gonna stop looking at tarot videos. I'm gonna start just looking at my own intuition as my own guide. Forget what the other females have to say. This is about my journey, for me, what I see. Right? So I go in and I realize the women in my job all are like on one stream of consciousness, which would make sense because they all work there. But they want to be there and they're okay with giving their energy away to the point where they've now become so depleted or rather so synchronized with the community that they're in that it doesn't really affect them any kind of way, right? So they're locked into their system. But me being someone who was still bouncing around after my awakening from a system that I was already locked into, and then being forced into a system with my own family, it's like I don't have no place to call home no more. Hi. Like, I don't have a spiritual community to call my own anymore. And even in that place that I call home, there was a lot of transgressions and, you know, craziness. But at least I had a roof over my head. And my house, I decorated it. And when I decorated my house, it looked so beautiful on the inside that I really didn't care about what I went through on the outside of my home. And I think that's what a lot of us women do when it comes to a woman makes a house a home, right? I think that's what we do. We make a house a home. We come into that place and we decorate it. We paint the walls. We give it texture. We put in different furniture. We do all the things. Us women, we make the house a home. So we decorate. Because anybody can have a house. But not everybody can have a home. So in that idea space, I might not have felt at home in the neighborhood, but at least I had a home within a home. And I feel like that's what spirituality begins to teach you. That even though you don't have a home necessarily in earth, because earth is all one big thing, one big consciousness, you make a home within inside of yourself, your own temple, your own house. That's why the pineal gland is so important. That's why mental health is so important. That's why being able to cultivate your own thoughts is so important. So with that being said, somebody just commented on the thing and said that's how you get played. You get played when you look for homes and other things. When you look for someone else to bring you the peace that you should have within yourself. Knowing that this world is chaotic. Knowing that everything else around you is... We're in the ocean. This is the ocean. And you're a fish in the ocean. So to be comfortable knowing I am in fact a clownfish. Excuse me. I am a clownfish. One of my fins is stronger than the other one. Okay, Finding Nemo kind of thing. But I know I'm a clownfish. And I know I live over there in the anemones. I know one of my fins is bigger than the other one. To know self and have a home within self, regardless of all these things, that's what the movie was teaching us. Is how you learn how to have peace in America or in life, period. To know that I'm a black person in America, knowing that we are the most over-incarcerated, most statistically judged, most unprotected, yet one of the most intelligent, with the best skin that cannot burn in the sun, and the wonderful hair that could protect us from all climates. Because if it rains outside, my afro's big enough where the water don't touch my makeup if I have it on. If it's sunny outside, I got shade. And in the fall, it gives me earmuffs. So to know that these things about self, knowing even though these things are true, even though these negative things are true, these positive things are also true. So these positive things give me a home within myself. I am a mother, regardless of the fact that I have not had custody of my son, which I now have, But during that period of time where my family attempted to brainwash me back into their comfort level, where they had done all this MK Ultra-ing and root working, getting different practitioners to come in and put roots on me and my son, allowing different people to spiritually attack me just to make me more digestible for them, so that I don't step on their toes and I don't raise above their idea of what America's supposed to be. So I don't raise above their standards. These things that they've intentionally had done to me, forcing me back into the workforce of America out of my own entrepreneurship. As much as I know that these things are true, I still know that I have a family. As much as I know that these people have come across me and tried to do things to me, friends, family, teachers, clients, co-workers, I'm still here. So that gives me a home within myself to know that I am as powerful as I believe that I am. Because if I was not, no one attacks an empty home. No one breaks and enters into an empty home or an abandoned home or a worthless house. No one attempts to set a house ablaze if they don't feel like they're going to get something from the insurance policy. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Let me wipe up the camera for y'all right quick so y'all can clearly see what I'm saying. Although I have been living in my car for 8 months and dating what America seems to call the scum of the earth based on how they perceive him, people are still attempting to break and enter into my home. People still attempt to break and enter into his home. People still want access. No one wants access to things that are worthless. We don't go into pyramids and take out the things that were locked in these pyramids because they're worthless. When you begin to remind yourself that you in fact are a pyramid with your esoteric knowledge of self and your Kamisha knowledge of self, once you realize that you are a pyramid, that you are a powerhouse. And what were pyramids used to do? Pyramids were used to have a piece of quartz on top of them to refract and reflect the sun. And they also had a piece of quartz beneath them. So the sun was supposed to come into the clear quartz, refract through the pyramid down to the bottom quartz, and then refract back up. So once you understand that you in fact are, excuse me, this car just drove over here, bad energy. Energy, people come from both sides. No one attempts to break into an empty home. No one is trying to enter and break into something that is empty. These people are coming from far and wide to access energy portals because they are not empty. If you are being spiritually attacked on a consistent basis, it's because you are not empty. Empty people attack things that have value. Like this person that won't get the fuck out of their car behind me, and my back is getting so fucking cold with them behind me. Oh my God, they're dead on the inside. You don't come and park next to an empty vessel and just sit there and try to siphon their energy if you are full and whole. I may live in my car. I may be making minimum wage. I may be considered delusional or crazy to some people, but for some odd reason, these people who have everything that you want in America park next to my car and attempt to siphon my energy and get a piece or a taste of what I've got circulating in my aura. They're still sitting in their car. trying to find a way to access things that they claim to be worthless and empty. You see, America will try to strip you of all of your value, all of your worth, all of your everything, and then make you feel worthless to make you buy into their system. As Kanye West said, they make us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why shorties holler where the ball is at. Dope head by dope, crackhead by crack, and the white man get rich off of all of that. They not breaking and entering into empty houses. They not coming to swipe you clean of your energy because it's bad energy. They want to trick you into opening up a place, a heart, showing your weak point so they could stab you in it and put their siphon in it and suck the fucking blood out of you like the mosquitoes that they are. And they're not all white. They're not all rich. They don't all look the same. You can't tell a zombie from a zombie. You can't tell a zombie from a vampire, from a werewolf. These people come with plenty of faces. Plenty. We have the freedom of speech, yet I get on these platforms, and as soon as I start to speak my truth, people are coming and fucking with my throat chakra. We have the freedom to bear arms, yet the second I start to use my third eye to bust back at you, everybody ready to go ahead and put me in a damn straitjacket and send me to the psych ward. We have the right to remain silent. Yet if we remain silent, you don't hear us talking to you. They break in your windows to your car when you get pulled over on the side of the road. They break in your car. They snatching niggas out the car. They breaking people's chains. They punching boys in the face. Dude had his phone recording the traffic stop, and he got punched directly in his jaw. They just passed a law last month that allows them to take away over $1.5 billion from the food SNAP program. Do you know how many families rely on SNAP just to have the bare minimum? Do you know how many families rely on these things for the bare minimum? Do you know that the stream of consciousness that you live in because of your parents is not the one that you had to stay on for the rest of your life? Do you know they're allowed to live their life and you're allowed to live your life? Do you know that just because their brain spit you out doesn't mean that your brain has to follow right behind theirs? It can go a different route, because it's just like the exit on the street. It's a highway. You can go whichever way you want to go. This is not going to click for many people. Do you know that there are people in your family that despise the fact that you have a strong spirit, so they come together to break your spirit down? Do you know it's your right to say, this is my money right here, I don't want to share it today? Do you know that when you pull up next to somebody, you automatically siphon their energy, whether you believe it or not? So if someone says, give me my shit back, and you try to lock your car to prove a point, you already stole just by driving next to them. Because when someone else's energy is low and your energy is high, those energies have to become neutralized. So if you walk into a place with low energy, whoever has high energy has to bring their energy down to feed you. And if you walk in with super high energy, you have to come down to feed everybody else, because everyone in the place is supposed to be on a neutral level. Because that's how energy's supposed to work. If you're really an energy worker, you would know that. But again, you're a pyramid. And once you realize you're a pyramid, you understand that clear quartz, that crown chakra you have above your head, that little cosmic egg, it's supposed to bring sunlight into your whole entire body. All the way down to the middle. And shine light. Did you know that everybody's magic isn't the same? So no matter how many people in your family you attempt to put on somebody, I can see what you're doing. I don't have to see to be able to see. That's my gift. Because Lady Justice, she don't need eyes to see what's right and wrong. Lady Justice know when she got somebody siphoning her energy. So let's bring this whole entire conversation back around. You're a pyramid. People want access. People are not breaking into empty homes. People are not breaking into empty homes. People are not trying to set up shop in empty homes. People are not trying to set up shop in empty homes. You can be homeless on the side of the street. You can be in a jail cell. You can be a 13, 12, 11, 10-year-old child. People are not breaking into empty homes. Grand Rising. People are not breaking into empty homes. So when someone in your job tries to tell you, oh, she's so stupid. Oh, she's so small, so little. Look at us manipulating her. It's so easy. Look at all of us manipulating one person. It took all y'all to manipulate one person? It took all of y'all to take down one person? Hold on, let me get this straight. It took all of y'all and y'all's families to infiltrate someone else's infrastructure, hack someone else's information, watch and study what they do, just so you can understand why you can't beat them. Not understanding that God sent people here to save y'all from yourselves. These people were so hell-bent on trapping someone like myself in their bullshit-ass construct. Like, we got people that's randomly driving around parking lots just doing random shit. These people be so hell-bent on trying to trap you in their own paradigm of life that they'll be stupid enough to leave their geotag in your house as if you can't see what they're doing, right? Like, you sit there and you watch them. Like, I'm sitting there watching you do this shit. Like, I'm sitting there talking to the girl at my job, and she don't think I can see that she got something under the table that's just stabbing me in my solar plexus, just stabbing me. Like, I'm looking under the table, and it's like, us, just stabbing the fuck out of me, draining the shit out of my energy. She think I can't see this shit. People will allow demons to work through them and then try to call you demonic and swear up and down, I'm looking for, peace at the church because I just don't know where to go. I'm just so confused and I'm just unaware of what's next. Hey, girl. Hey. How do you... Even a dude dating you, how are you so strong? I don't understand. People will sit there and torture you for months just to study how strong you are, to see how the fuck your mind is able to get past theirs. People are not breaking into empty homes. I repeat, people into empty homes. Let me say it louder. People are not breaking into empty homes. And just because a bitch say she go to church, don't mean she's not the witch of the church that puts roots on everybody so everyone feels connected. And because she does the root work, she gets to take an energy cut off the top for her and her family. Once again, I repeat, people are not breaking into empty homes. People don't do root work on people's houses that are empty. People don't want to enter a house that ain't got shit in it. People don't want to know how you cook in a house that doesn't have good food. So if people are always trying to eat your food, or enter your home, I think it's time you wake the fuck up. Okay? I think it's time you wake the fuck up. And study as to why people want to break in your home so much. Maybe you really are the god or goddess that you think you are. And these other people are delusional about the amount of influence they have without torturing and harming other people. Maybe these motherfuckers are delusional as shit about their authority on this planet. Maybe they really believe that their energy that they steal from other people makes them stronger because they've been able to root work or orchestrate a snatching of souls. I don't even like going to 7-Eleven no more because it's all Ethiopians there. And I know it's Ethiopian girls at my job. And they swear up and down, you're my sister. You're my sister. You're my sister. Yes. But the whole entire time they siphoning my energy out of my fucking groin area. You're my sister. The Ethiopian man, no, what you have there is perfection. It's perfection. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Then everybody else is looking like, oh my. I don't even trust Ethiopians at 7-Eleven no more. Even heard the lady at my job, Ethiopians and Jamaicans have a very good alliance. Rastafari. If my Jamaican brother been trying to fucking murder me and siphon my energy for the last 4 years, oh, excuse me, longer than that, what makes you think that I think that I should trust you? I'm literally walking like this. I feel like I can't walk because all of this and all of this, it's so much pain in my lymphatic system. And you want me to sit here and act like this is trustworthy? What you have is perfecton. Yes, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yes, very good thing. Very good thing. You ain't got to lie to me. You understand? You got to be mindful of these things because everybody will tell you up and down, oh no, you're crazy, you're delusional. That's not what's going on right now. Why are you trying to assume that we're doing something bad to you? No, we're not. We love you. We're trying to help you heal. Hi, how are you? I'm not done yet. Right? Y'all motherfuckers did that shit. Not y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all people did it. Oh, wait, there you go. My favorites. So I want you guys to just understand that, y'all, this morning. I'm on the phone. Different ones, different areas, right? Uh-huh. All they can say is thank you. They don't realize the pain that it takes to be able to even hold this kind of shit. They're like, oh yeah, thank you so much. And you just sitting here like, dude, it feels like y'all are literally stabbing me in my crotch. It feels like it's 1,000,001 people stabbing me in my groin right now. They said that's the electricity running through your body. Some people say you need a lymphatic drainage massage. I'm going to say this. I'm going to get this wax on Tuesday. And we gonna see what my waxer say. Okay. Also, this random ass pain is trickling up my leg right now, all of my calves. It's like, imagine you're standing on all the planets aligned in one single line, right? And you have Uranus all the way down to Pluto. Those are all the chakras in between your groin and your feet. So once you get to those chakras right there and you clean them off, so that's Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. That's 4 different chakras in between your crotch and your feet. You go down and you cleanse those 4 areas off, right? Uranus, the root chakra. Saturn, your knee chakra. Neptune, your ankle chakra. And then Pluto, your foot chakra. Ooh, excuse me. You go down and you clean all those off. Then you got to go ahead and do the work and figure out who else in your energy has attachments in those areas so that you can get them off. But you know that the bitches at your job was going ahead and doing all kinds of crazy shit. So then you got to go ahead and put them in a bubble first off and foremost and be like, okay, fuck that. We not linking and syncing in with none of that. I don't want that in my aura at all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't want nothing to do with that. If it's given that, I don't want that. I'm not syncing with that. Because it shouldn't be painful to be in someone's energy. Energy exchange isn't painful. But when someone tries to set you up for a painful position and claim that they're trying to help you, like, oh, this is help, baby, that's not help. That's you putting me in a predicament to get fucked over while you get the easy route out. Excuse me. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. Didn't you leave? No, I left yesterday completely depleted from energy. The way that my energy felt and it hurt right there all day, all fucking day. What you didn't help nobody but yourself. You didn't help nobody but you. Why the fuck do you keep looking in my car? Get the fuck out of my face. It be y'all weird ass motherfuckers at the morning and like, boy, what are you looking at? Ugh. You already like drove around the parking lot trying to catch attention. Dude, go to your doctor's appointment. You're sick. I'm not. I hate that for people. Like, they be sick, they be having issues, diabetes and stuff. And it's like, I'm a healer. I want to heal you, but if it comes down to it in America and I got to get compensated for something, I got to get compensated for something. I got to get compensated for something. Y'all want us to do all this healing work on y'all and lay hands and all kinds of crazy ass shit. But don't never think, I wonder what it costs the person that actually has the energy clean enough to really clean out my energy. See, these people might have tried to put some root work on my family, because I was in this neighborhood the other day. I was like, damn, I'm so pissed off about this transition I've been making. My family been getting on my nerves. Just being here, being with them, and going through this 8 months of being in solitude in my car. Like, they all got places for me to stay, and no one's actually allowing me to stay with them. It's just the craziest thing to experience as a person. And I said that while I'm in this neighborhood. I'm like, I grew up in this neighborhood. I don't even feel comfortable walking around in my own neighborhood. Like, I don't feel like I can walk comfortably and be like, yeah, I'm in my neighborhood. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like good. Because this neighborhood I'm in right now, I grew up here. Literally, I was born and brought to this apartment complex. And yesterday, I was in the parking lot just like, bruh, I can't believe this shit. Like, this shit really, like, what the fuck is going on where it's like life is getting to this point? Where people are trying to call me mentally insane, crazy, and everything else because I'm a healer. Like, I can lay hands on people and heal them. I have the energy to heal people. But I got African coworkers that sitting here trying to put root work on me and my family Oh yeah, that's what I'm getting at though. I'm getting at that part. They doing spiritual attacks on me and my family, but they my coworkers. But then, hey girl, how do you? I'm just going through this period of life. Like, bitch, you not going through shit. You got 3 kids. You not going through nothing. And if you are, it's because your ass keep putting out shit. You doing root work on people and getting paid to do it. Why the fuck would you want to get paid to do root work? Now, don't get me wrong. There's a reason that we have root workers, you know. Do the root work on the white people, you dumb. The ones that's trying to... All this root work you did on me, right? They didn't try to break down my strength, my ability to object and refuse them, right? But guess what law got passed yesterday? Guess what laws got passed yesterday? Laws that allowed them to send more immigrants back home. More laws taking away government funding for families that are needy. More laws allowing martial law to take place, which means we will be under the watch of military versus just regular police officers. So you took away my freedom and my power, and now they're embarking on this journey that every single American that lives in America is going to be underneath. They talk we're free, we're free, we're free, we're free. Okay, you free, all right. I'm looking at you being free all day, but I'm looking like, so you free, but you stabbing me up for some odd reason. I don't understand, because I'm free too. I'm over here minding my business, free as fuck. But you sitting over here trying to send spell work and everything over to me. If you so free, why are you sending all this shit over here? You know what I'm saying? Stabbing me, worried about my family, what's going on behind it, right? But then this shit happens to me, and I'm like, now all these laws getting passed after y'all attack me. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but we all live in America, even your free ass. So, and it's funny because every single person in my job, and I'm not saying this to disrespect anybody outside of American culture, because again, my ancestors also came over from Gambia and other places, but I also have Native American ancestors. All these people at my job that keep on trying to do this spell work to me are either African, Asian, or Hispanic. Oh, I mean the white people who come in there and customers too. But they in the customer's face like, oh yeah, y'all, girlfriend, yes, girlfriend. Girl, like business as usual. You know what the routine is. Yeah, siphon that energy up and help and spin it on back to me in the back end. You know, take pictures of how they doing their thing so we can figure out how to rule and dominate them. You know what the job is. You know what you do. Use that third eye that you got the ability to use and tear down. But they passing a law against everybody, saying that martial law gonna be it for everybody. So when we all stuck underneath martial law because y'all wanted to expose all the free people, the people who's fighting against the American infrastructure enslaving us, and now we got laws passed, bills passed literally yesterday, allowing them to basically have a premature martial law go on. Now your ass gonna be looking fucking stupid. Because the shit that you trying to do to me about to be your demise too, you dumb bitch. Me fighting for freedom was actually keeping you free enough to be able to even be an asshole. But see, when you take away the freedom of the freedom fighters, you also fall underneath. Because you didn't realize what we were fighting for was actually helping you too. You didn't realize that us having that energy going against the grain was a thing allowing you to feel free enough within the fields. You didn't realize that us speaking our mind was allowing you to remain able to have your freedom of speech. But you guys, instead of seeing how to synchronize and uplift what we were doing and follow behind us, instead you get in front of us and stab us and tack us down and do spell work on us. Now we have laws that are going to fuck you and your children and your grandchildren's lives up. Now we have premature martial law happening in a multitude of states because your idea of being a boss bitch underneath a corporation that is mostly ran by people who do not look like you. You wanted to be a boss bitch and be bosses and the leader's favorite. You tore down something that was keeping us free. So now we all gonna fall under. But see, the thing about my soul, because my intentions were always pure throughout this whole entire journey, is no matter how much fire you throw on me, I don't burn. I feel it on the outside of my aura, but I will never burn because my soul is free. I know where my soul is meant to go. Somebody just tried to send a comment saying you rode the slow bus. Girl, you said you wanted to find the love. People don't realize. See, this girl, sidebar. We'll get back to this conversation real quick. Girl comments, my best friend and her boyfriend that are also my friends are going on an awesome outing, a date. I'm invited. I can't wait to find a love like this. Not realizing that her womb and her energy is entangled in what they got going on because on the energetic level, they have to cosmically pay for that experience and cultivate it. So him inviting you is taking the burden of that experience off of his girlfriend. So he's actually doing it with you instead, which makes you cosmically intertwined into their relationship, which makes you a sister wife in training. But she just said that I rode the short bus. See, people be so slow-minded that they don't even realize cosmically what goes on. So when you're already underneath the thumb of the system, and now we're going to go back to what I was talking about. When you're already underneath the thumb of the system, and instead of trying to free people from the thumb of the system, because that's what you're supposed to do as an ancestor, pave the way so that the people after you can have more freedom than you, in order to remain in power or remain control, even though your ass is on a deathbed damn near, unless you do death magic and fucked up black spells and black magic to younger people than you. That's why all these children are getting kidnapped all throughout the United States and then going unnoticed. Like 3,200 people in Virginia alone, children, 17 and under, being sex trafficked for energy. Because we all know what energy is needed to create this reality that we live in. Which is why when I said that to her, I said what I said. And her calling me a short bus student shows how unknowledgeable about cosmic intertwining she is. She's very young, obviously. So you're already stuck. You see somebody free and flying. Your idea is to go catch the fucking butterfly and tear it down, break its wings off, and then put it underneath you and then use it as food to feed the other disgusting things that got you underneath their thumb. How fucking mental can you old ass women be? How fucking diabolical can you bitches be? When you don't realize that you're trying to pimp a butterfly. But you, my friend, could be a butterfly, not being pimped by the system. You thought you had freedom because you rose in power in your position, but you didn't realize that by you rising in power and causing other people underneath you to submit to the bullshit that you submitted to, you have now created a safe space for the infrastructure to build their bridge that will block everyone from ascending on the backbone of something that was bigger than you. You've now intentionally taken a spinal cord of something that was meant to free you and broke it down into digestible oxtail, right? And then ate the meat off of it and through the bones, not realizing you were giving your masters the brick pieces to build the bridge that will now choke and stifle your grandchildren and all the ancestors that come after you. by just doing that spell work that you thought was trying to save the people. Save the people at the corporation that drained you every single day. Just because you drained, you wanted someone else drained. Instead of learning how to become free, you wanted to cause them to be drained. No. You are supposed to be nice to elders, but respect is supposed to be given to all people. I don't give a fuck how old you are. Respectfully, Grandma. You're supposed to be respectful. Because when you show me how to respect you, I know how to respect you. And I know how to receive respect. So me as a grandma, if my child comes in my house and they have their children with them and they say they need a place to stay, oh, of course, you know grandma's house is always safe for y'all. No problem. Y'all want me to cook y'all something or y'all want me to order y'all something? The covers are in the thing in the back. Y'all go ahead and put yourselves down in a little placemat or something and get comfortable. I'm going to put a movie on. Versus, oh my God, I just got my house back to myself and y'all always want to come and break stuff and write on the walls and I just can't take this stuff. Y'all need to find yourselves and get yourselves together. I just can't take it no more. I swear. Oh, babysit. Well, I got things to do. What do you got to do? No dates, nothing. This is what you have to do. You're a grandma now. It is your job to now be a pillar in the infrastructure and keeping the family erect. You have now become, in Comedics, Mother Newt, which is the spirit that is the sky, the woman that stands over top of all of the children underneath. I'll even show you guys an actual picture of what I'm talking about, so that you know this is not just coming out the crack of my tail, and I'm not just saying stuff. This is something that was common knowledge before they stole and burned all of our books and told us to go to their white schools, or even for the indigenous people, they told them to go to those American schools that trapped their children and took away their Native American rights and cut their hair and took away their culture. You see this right here? This is the grandmother spirit. It's called Nut, N-U-T, Nut, to be the mother of the sky. See? In the arms of the sky mother, a visualization. That is what a grandmother is, right? So if you aren't being that to people who are younger than you, and then also explaining this to them, instead you are becoming like this entity here, and you see people beginning to fly up here, because even the grandmother understands that there are some spirits that are meant to be above her to protect her back so that she can be a safe space for the people underneath her, right? But if you become this grandmother spirit, but you end up like this spirit here, and you pull these spirits down, well, then everything that's meant to attack your back can now attack you, and then you fall, and then the entire legacy of the family falls. So you see, or maybe you don't. Maybe it's too hard to imagine that the knowledge that they threw it away for a reason. Maybe it's hard to acknowledge that the reason that there are so many churches on every single corner is because the churches aren't good for us. Because if Christianity truly was good for us, why would America want us to practice it? When has America ever given the people who were beneath the scum of the earth, as they like to look at us, when did they ever believe that giving us what we needed or something that was good for us was actually going to be something that they invested in? Just a question to really reflect on. If Christianity was really so good for us, why would America want us to practice it? Why would that be the religion that was given to us during slavery? Why is it only 2,000 years old? Why was Ethiopia and Eritrea battling? Why do they actually still consider themselves different? Why do Ethiopians, Eritreans, Africans, and Blacks, Afro-Asians, Afro-Hispanics consider themselves to be different than each other? Why do Europeans dissociate themselves with people who are, what's that word that Kim Kardashian and them were? Armenian? Syrian? We all want our identified culture. That's why. But culture doesn't have to equal racism or bigotry. Let me say that one more time. Your culture and things that you practice as far as religion, spirituality, food habits, dressing habits, hairstyling does not have to also incide and uprise the energy in racism and bigotry, because that is your culture. That's why everybody wants to be different, because they practice things when they were older, or their ancestors practiced things thousands of years ago that made them set apart. So when you take away my Ankh sign and give me a cross to pray to, I find that to be very disrespectful, because my ancestors more than 2,000 years ago were not praying to a white dead man hanging off of a cross and then going into a building or a church saying, I want to eat his blood or eat his flesh and blood. This is the body of Christ. So y'all human sacrificing every day, every Sunday. That's what it looks like. That's what Christianity looks like. But we don't think that that's demonic. But then we sit here and say someone doing roots is demonic. Somebody, putting some herbs in a pot and brewing it under some water and saying, pour this over your sore, it's going to heal in this many days, is demonic, and that's witchcraft. Somebody who can shoot energy out their hands because they got the markings on their hand to do so. Them shooting energy out their hands is demonic. Having the ability to be warm even though it's cold outside is demonic. But yet the CIA got fucking chakras and they die. It's how to be able to walk through walls. And they got all the chakra points illuminated, which Buddhism is very heavily orchestrated in. That would be, I guess, why the Asians and the white people are so close and Asians run the stock market, right? You got to be smarter than just, I want to get rich in America. You got to be smarter than, I just want to have my race on top of all races in America. I'm not racist. I'm cultural. I'm also understanding what's plaguing America, which is actually bigotry, not racism. A little bit of racism is sprinkled. Well, actually, it's a lot of racism and bigotry. It's a lot. It's both. It's both. But I'm not racist. No, I'm a culturist. I'm a culturalist. I'm saying in my culture, I want to be able to pray to my Commission gods and goddesses and practice the idea that here's my grandmother's spirit. keeping me protected, and there's other people above her that keep her back safe, to keep me and my children safe. And I'm going to respect the ancestors as long as the ancestors understand their position and how to respect, and how all other deities keep everything in order. Because this is what was this was around long before Christianity ever came into the classroom. And it was working, obviously, because we was building fucking pyramids that are still here to this day in America and Egypt. So obviously something we was doing back then was way more sturdy than whatever we doing now, because we have a little fucking earthquake and the whole damn church done fell into shambles. Earthquakes been happening. Why is it that where the Egyptian pyramids are and where the pyramids in America and the Grand Canyon just never seem to be affected by these earthquakes? Unless those tectonic plate shifts are not actually real. This shit happened long before Christianity, and it's still standing to this day. That's why they don't want it in the museums. I went to a museum, and the museum literally had everything in it but Comedics. Every single religion was in this museum. And to this day, you go down to the Smithsonian, it's called the Freer Sackler Museum. They're the underground museums. See, I was working under the ground during COVID. I was already underground. I was under the dirt. You have to get an escalator and go underneath the dirt to go to the museums that I worked in. Just like ancient pyramids, right? But the funny thing is, they don't have nothing about this shit in there. They don't got nothing about African spirituality. They got a little bit of African artifacts in there. They got a little, you know, the things with the lady with the boobs hanging real low. They got the masks and stuff. They got some stuff that different African artists have curated currently. But they don't have a lot of what was going on long ago when it comes to their ways of prayer. Like, they got some stuff from Senegal in there, the Senegalese. They got the golden dresses up there. That's the thing those are the things that they got above the ground. But they don't got nothing about Comedics, though. And Kemet in Egypt is in Africa. These are the hieroglyphs that are still on the walls to these days, too. So I'm just trying to figure out, because even African art includes the Ankh. Well, Comedics is African, because Kemet. But you get what I'm saying? That stuff is still standing to this day. It's still people whose skin is black as tar. My baby father, one of them, black of the berry, sweet of the juice. His parents came straight over here from Liberia before the war, before the Americans went back and Oh, no, I'm lying. I think after slavery, they went back and rebuilt Liberia. And then, so technically, they still a little mixed up, too. But he's black as a child, my baby father. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, the black is the black. The black is the black Africans. Okay, when he had a tan, his skin was purple. Okay, the color purple. Okay, all right. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice. Okay, dark of the flesh, deeper roots. But I'm saying all this to say, all that was just done to me yesterday. And the laws that they came out with after all of that spell work was sent my way, all that attack on my groin area, all that root work they did to me, tying me down, hurting my groin like that, putting energetic tethers and parasites all in my crotch to Ethiopia. So that's the best way to do it right there. Yeah, that's the perfect one. Keep that right there. I'm like, then the lady in my job, thank you so much, Ciara. But then I'm leaving work and my car, my battery can't start because y'all done drained me so bad. Because I'm in a spiritual embodiment of humanity at this point. So you drain my energy, you fuck up everything that's energetically attached to me. I'm now a glitch in the system. I'm what they don't want you to understand that you are. You are energy, which cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. I'm no longer just a dense human that just eats, piss, shits, and fucks and is satisfied with drinking and stuff. No, we've evolved into a different level of vibration at this point. And they want to keep our vibrations low so that we can be killed. But once your vibration rises to a certain height, which this can happen for anybody. You become a magical manifester of your own reality, and that's what they don't want you to know, because they've been doing it to us. They've been manifesting a reality for us to submit to for centuries, and we keep doing it. They've taken away our understanding of life and given us a dead white man on a cross that they stabbed in the heart as a sacrifice, saying he's dead now, so we're going to be forgiven for all the bad shit that we do, so we're going to keep doing bad shit because he died for our sins. Huh? So somebody dies for your sins and you keep being, you knew he had to die for your sins, so you're going to keep sinning? I'm sorry. I thought that he died for your sins back then so that you would stop sinning and that you could be reborn. So then you're reborn, which means you should stop sinning. See, Christianity don't make no fucking sense. Anybody that goes to the church don't make sense to me, because you telling me that because you go every Sunday and eat a part of this man's body and drink his blood every Sunday, that you forgiven for your sins. Oh, you also go to a box and tell some other white man, okay, it could be any race, right? You go in this box and you tell this man, Father, forgive me for I have sinned. I have raped my sisters. I have slept and sodomized my boss. I have beat the children senseless out of ego and pride. I've committed all the 7 deadly sins. I've practiced sloth. I've practiced pride. I've practiced greed. You practicing all the 7 deadly sins, and you think that on each day of the week when you practice one of them sins, when you go on Saturday to confess, that on Sunday, just because you eating the body and drinking the blood of Jesus Christ, that all your sins is forgiven? And you want me to follow behind y'all when we had this, which is eternal life, man and woman respecting each other, with the woman on top of the man keeping the woman uplifted, the woman holding the man down, comedics, balance, grandmother spirits keeping all the people safe, other spirits above the grandmother to keep her safe, spiritual, basically infrastructure of a tomb that keeps everything within it safe. You want me to give up that idea of religion for that bullshit that you just tried to tell me was cool? That you get to sin and fuck? Like, this white man is over here. What are you even jogging in this neighborhood for? We got a dude with sunglasses on. Y'all watch this man. Watch the man. We got one of these infrastructure traders in our neighborhood. I'm watching you. We neighborhood watch up in here. They come through and they jog in our neighborhoods. This neighborhood is supposed to be an income-based neighborhood that mostly all Africans and Hispanics live in anyway. Some random Jewish man from the Jewish neighborhood next door just ran into the neighborhood with his sunglasses, old as shit, using his horrible tactics to go ahead and start to infiltrate. He basically, you know how the house has four points. We know it's the feds. Sending one of these, he's old. Hi, how you doing? Hey, hi, hey, hi. Fuck him. I could feel it. It felt like a nasty spider crawling on the back of my neck. It just feels so nasty as soon as he walked in here. And you want me to go ahead and trade this religion that speaks like this, with all the spirits paying attention, keeping the grandmother spirit safe so that she can keep the children safe. Women being uplifted with men underneath them, women holding men down, solidarity, eternal life. You want me to give this up for a white man hanging from a cross? And every Saturday we gonna sin up until we gonna commit all 7 deadly sins on Saturday, telling ourselves, and then Sunday we gonna eat this boy's blood or eat this boy's flesh and drink the blood, and all our sins are forgiven, and we back to being deadly the next day. We talking about Christianity because a lot of people at my job claim to be these upstanding Christians, and I'm just looking at the way that they handled me yesterday. And what the Jewish community is doing to people like me. Because even like I feel the attack on my inner thighs now, and I realize it's the Jewish star. It's the people, it's Jewish people. They're trying to get access to the resources of people who are actually good people. They're sending a horrible spell attack. They're sending an attack, essentially. They are. And they want people like me to submit to that shit. Like, even, it's crazy because people who are in the system don't realize it. Right? Because, like, for instance, I just imagined myself like touching a star and just breaking a star in half, right? And I felt the relief of the tension in between my legs from this disgusting ass feeling I feel, right? And the relief, it went away. But then somebody from my grandmother's neighborhood drove in. She's a nurse. Nurses don't realize that they're sworn into a whole entire society of women that literally are committing the crime of siphoning the energy of healthy children and providing it to the sickly so that the sickly can be healed. So they're doing energy work. That's their thing, that they learn how to use their wombs to suck in good energy from somewhere and then give it out to other people who are sick. That's what nurses are trained to do. That's what doctors are trained to do. So even what they do in their offices is spell work. But then when, again, we use our own knowledge for our own betterment, our own health, our own safety, to build our own communities, to be in our own situations, we are now seen as the criminals. And I think Ethiopians are the top of the line when it comes to being traders. Because have you ever realized how they got hookah bars everywhere? Stores, corner stores, clothing stores. They be in everybody's neighborhood, in everybody's business, at the Christian church. Now, they said that they were the first ones to practice Christianity, and they made the first Bible. But again, Christianity speaks about some white man saving us. But it looked to me like every time I turn around, a white man be shooting us, killing us, hanging us. There's people still getting hung from trees right now, today in North Carolina. Right now, not 50 years ago, right now. My grandmother's like in her 70s, have you mind, and my great-grandparents are in their 90s. So, and my great-great-grandmother passed away at 100 when I was in 3rd grade. So I've seen a lot, right? But that shit's still happening today. So at the end of the day, I'm starting to realize that the Ethiopians are now like at the top of the line when it comes to being backhanded traders to their own communities. They own all the 7-Elevens, convenience stores, clothing stores. They're Christians. They work everywhere. They know everybody's business. They in the church. Their energy always seems to be so light and peaceful because they right next to the people that's fucking us up. How you think they got access to so many permits and store? Funny thing, I got an Ethiopian and Eritrean friend that I went to high school with. His dad's Eritrean, his mom's Ethiopian. This man's next to me. He's listening to my conversation. He's trying to siphon my energy. He feels disrespected about what I'm saying, and I really don't care. Ain't they Muslim? No, they're not Muslim. A lot of them are Christians because Christianity supposedly erected itself in Ethiopia in a mountainside. They have like this, one of the oldest temples that has like a lot of different pictures on it. It has one of the oldest Bibles. So my friend, he's Ethiopian and Eritrean, and what did he say to me? Oh my God, y'all just made me forget what I was about to say. Hold on. Trader. Very close to them. Oh, so he was having a hard time. He initially was acting like a black boy. He was helping sell weed and drugs. Because there's some Ethiopian boys that will be out here on the block, you know, spinning the block, selling the weight, selling the weed. I know a few of them. And they be fly as shit. Them be the ones that I like. I'm like, okay, y'all, I like y'all. Y'all black. Y'all know y'all black. y'all know that y'all are black, right? Okay. So y'all realize y'all black. Y'all got melanin in y'all skin, right? Y'all don't burn in the sun, so y'all know who the fuck y'all are. Okay, so y'all chilling with us. Y'all kicking it with us. It's respect. Okay, so then we got the other Ethiopian boys. They sitting over there cackling with the white man. I'm like, doing the white man's dirty work. Like, look at this black lady coming in here trying to cause us stuff. Somebody go up top of her head and do something and hurt her. Did you just say that out loud? Leave the U.S., girl. All the things you complain about daily are strictly U.S. things. You have to realize you're too deep for everybody. Everyone don't want to understand the truth. Damn, it was so bad. The dude couldn't even drive past my car. He went and backed up out the neighborhood. Shit, the Ethiopian man, he felt so damn bad. He backed up and went the backwards way. He backed out the neighborhood. He didn't even drive up and then come back around and go down. But you understand what I'm saying, though? Like, it's this understanding that I now see that's like, and I get that it's a U.S. issue because it's like not everybody wants to submit to the crazy shit that's going on in the U.S. Most countries don't agree with shit that's going on in the U.S. Yeah, I'm dead ass. He really did. I think he just drove back up, though. It was really weird. But most of them don't want to involve themselves with the U.S. in their bullshit. But the ones who come here to erect businesses, I get that y'all are making businesses so that y'all can send money back home. But it's like, when black people come into the hookah bar, don't be sitting here talking shit about black people. When black people come and work next to you, don't be sitting here like, oh, she's so small. She doesn't know nothing. We're going to keep bullying her. She thinks she's big. I'm not scared of her. I'm looking at the Ethiopian ladies at my job like, bitch, you only, 4 years older than me. I didn't ask you to be scared of me. What I asked you to do was teach me how to survive in this environment. Oh, you keep running. We're going to get you one of these days. You can't run forever. Why do you want to get me? Then your dumb ass done got me, and now we got laws talking about all our asses is under martial law. You dumb bitch, and that white man still ain't left this neighborhood yet. He's still running around this motherfucker, watching. Siphoning from the star of the neighborhood. He's still in this motherfucker, siphoning all the good energy up in here. He realized that we had good energy. He came up in here. We should drive around the neighborhood and go see where he at. But I gotta clock into the work and go do hair for all the Jewish people in Kensington now. All they do is come around and come tear down every single neighborhood that they realize actually has the ability to overthrow their bullshit. Even in my old neighborhood, they tried to bully me up out of that one too. And the people, oh, we don't like you. You the problem. You the problem. As soon as I left, now they going through it. Because then people went in there and took over their shit. I'm like, see, y'all always don't never want to be around with the person who's actually revolutionary and say, oh, you trying to control us. No, baby. I'm like, if you hurry up and do what we need to do, then they can't stop what they can't stop. You got to know who the fuck I am. And when I'm on a certain level. And I'm not saying that out of ego. I'm saying that out of like literally who I am. Like my birth chart say what it say. They tried to me. That's why they tried to leave me homeless all this time and make me hate myself and make me, like Kanye said, they make us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why shawty's holler where the ball is at. Because what do girls do? You broke as shit, nigga. I'm about to go fuck with a rich nigga. That's why everybody with my ex, he ain't had no money. Why you still with him? Because one thing about him is he ain't play by his boundaries. He might have been dumb and tried to invest me into a lot of different things, but he was investing me into black people. You know what I'm saying? He was keeping the communities. He would sit here, I'm American. He wasn't no dumb fuck. He was really smart. But you gotta play a role in order to get to a certain level, right? Look at this man. They ain't slick. Where this white man at? Somewhere in this neighborhood running around. You gotta go find him. It's like they do things like try to siphon and steal, kill, murder, destroy. But it's like all of that you got from trading yourselves in to the system and thinking that somebody that's free from the system is trying to make your face hurt. Like, no, baby, my face is free from the system. And you don't realize you got a bunch of bullshit on your face because you locked into your job, your employer, who you work for, the people that you keep in company with you that abide by this law and really are okay with tearing down communities like this, where they see a little bit of peace and they come through and they just jog through and they're like, yeah, I'm on to them. The high frequency is happening. Yeah, over here on this side. They even asked us, I remember there was a point in time when my son went to school and they said, do you live in an area where planes fly over your house frequently? As if to say, if they don't, we're going to start sending more planes over your house. Because one thing about planes is when you hear a plane fly, if you at peace, it can fuck with your frequency and make you feel like you just got shot your damn self. Because the energy vibration be so high in the sky that when the plane comes through that actual, because, you know, breaking the sound barrier and stuff, that shit is real. Because energy is energy. Right? So they send a bunch of airplanes over your house. They breaking the height of the energy that's climbing up in vibration. They're bringing down the vibration by literally flying through it. Essentially breaking the frequency of the light and sound that you've built around your neighborhood or your infrastructure. Hey, y'all. So when they flying helicopters over DC and California and all these different areas over and over again, but never in these rich neighborhoods in Gaithersburg and Poolsville and Bethesda, you never hear no planes flying over their houses. When I used to nanny, it'd be so fucking quiet and peaceful over there, child. You'd think you was in heaven already. Oh yeah, I used to fly all the time in my dreams. You know they say slaves used to fly, that's why they put them in chains? So they couldn't fly away? Because they had the ability to do it because their freedom of their spirituality that they took from us and forced us into Christianity. Why are y'all still missing it? Y'all still missing it. We used to be free. They put us in chains. It's not voodoo. It's who you are before they taught you to be a Jesus lover. Jesus is the only way to save you. A white man with long hair gonna save me from a white man with short hair? With a yarmulke on his head? Hey, you funny as shit. I'm sorry. But let me cook for a second. You mean to tell me the Jesus that y'all, because they don't put black Jesus in front of us. They put a white Jesus in front. You mean to tell me that your white Jesus gonna save me and my black ass from your white ass attacks? That's crazy. You mean to tell me that your church with a hanging white man on it, so y'all sacrifice your own kind to be able to sin more? He died for our sins. So let's sin Monday through Saturday and confess about it on Saturday and eat his blood and drink his body, and then we can go and sin again. What the fuck are y'all talking about? But you want to take away my religion, uplifting women, men pushing us up, and grandmothers protected by other people and spirits and keeping the other children inside of the pyramid safe. You want to take away my culture and tell me to follow y'all. You need to go into the hellhole that you came from. And hell might not even really exist, but you need to go there for even thinking about some shit like that. Confused ass motherfuckers, you. Motherfuckers like, you don't follow Jesus, you gonna burn in hell. Jesus is the only light. Jesus is the only savior. This existed before Jesus' face did. And if they sacrificing their own savior to be able to sin Monday through Saturday, why the fuck would I want to do that? I'm not perfect, but we listen to the 42 laws of Ma'at every day that says thou shalt not start war, fight with each other. I'm not sleeping with your husband. Your husband better not sleep with me. I'm not sleeping with your wife. The 10 Commandments was based on the 42 laws of Ma'at because it came first. I actually have that song recorded. So if you guys want to go click the link in the bio down below and go listen to my 42 laws of Ma'at on all streaming platforms, y'all can go do that. But that came before the 10 Commandments. I'm just telling y'all what I know is true. And I hope y'all can receive the message and not get mad at me, because the facts are the facts. I worked in museums for years. These are facts. This is our culture that they keep trying to strip us of and make us forget that we actually told them how to have religion. There would be no religion that they could structure if they didn't copy off of us having a religious structure. So again, let me cook and say that they stole from us, continue to steal from us, and then you go ahead and you become the fucking black person that wants to be a fucking show off for the fucking boss man. So you, dumbass bitch, will go and do root work on your fucking cold people, your own people. You will do spell work and root work on your own fucking kind. Your own people, just to get a higher pay at work, just to be liked by people who are literally showing you that they would rather decimate and desecrate the people that look like you every day. The disrespect. The disrespect to your own people. Y'all, I gotta pee so damn bad. Because I've been holding it in because I had to get this message out. I couldn't hold it in no longer. I had to get the whole message out. Because, excuse me. Okay, let's see if I can get myself together so I can walk in the street and not pee on myself. 1 and 2. Okay. All right, let me read what y'all say. And the 10 Commandments come from the Jews at first. True. Every monotheistic religion comes from the Jews. Polytheism comes from the Sumner. Let me just tell you something. Before all that existed, there was Commission practice. Before everything that you're talking about, we had the Comedics. So yes, those things might have stemmed from those things, but the original was always ancient mathematics and Comedics. I'll even give you Hinduism, but Hinduism even honors Shakti Shiva, which is the same thing as the Ankh, which is the woman, Shakti, sitting on top of Shiva to hold him down. His phallus is inside of her womb. She's holding him down as he pushes her up. So even Hinduism is still preaching about Comedics. And they want us to stop believing in this, lifting women up and women holding men down, to believe in a white man dying on the cross. Meanwhile, they commit the 7 deadly sins every day, rape children. Children are going missing every day. Okay, well, there's the emerald tablets too. You gotta look at the emerald tablets. I just want y'all to remember that. Sierra. So once y'all understand that, I get that. I'm just gonna quickly wash my face.
I gotta pee.
I know, me too. You can go first if you can make it first. So, y'all, I ain't gonna wrap y'all up too much because I do some more studying, right? But from my knowledge, Comedics came first, and I just can't see throwing away Comedics for Catholicism or Christianity. When the people who are practicing it, even Judaism, which is so closely related to both things, the people who are practicing those things are the main people out here raping our children, kidnapping children, sex trafficking children. The Epstein files still have not been fully released. I can't see myself going behind people who are genuinely showing us every day that they don't respect us, our bodies, our children, our freedom, and praying to the same person as them. It just doesn't make sense. I know that they run everything, and well, if you say bad things about us, we run Facebook, we can shadow ban you, but then you're already showing me that you've taken away my second commandment. The Second Amendment. So constitutionally, you don't even believe in what you, so now not only are you a horrible person when it comes to just regular stuff, but then you're also a liar. So then you gave us rights that you only want to allow us to have if we allow you to rape and kill, murder, and destroy us and our communities and hurt our children. Half of the reasons our children are sick aren't even real. It's someone doing spell work of some sort on the child. It's someone doing something to the kids or to the people who are also attached to the kids. We got to realize we live in communities that are all orchestrated by being on the same frequency. So everyone has to submit to someone's frequency within the neighborhood. But someone has to be the leader. I ain't gonna lie, I love the way your mind works for real. This shit crazy. Play me and my homies be talking about shit like this though. I mean, that's what I'm talking. We need more rooms like this. Like we need more podcasts talking about this stuff. I'm tired of seeing these red pill podcasts where these men are like, women ain't shit. They just want our money, and we got big dicks and big bank accounts. I'm calm. So I'm so happy that y'all were able to share this space with me. I'm happy that you and your friends are having these kinds of conversations. And, maybe one day we can go live together and even have this conversation on a higher platform, because the idea of us not being able to be in a space feeling comfortable having conversations about regular stuff that should be enforced in our culture. I mean, for God's sake, they're taking away our culture, they're taking away our rights, they're taking away everything. So the fact that you and your friends are having these kinds of conversations is dope. And honestly speaking, just let me know. We could get on live together. That'd be dope. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Cool. All right. And yeah, my mind's been like this for a long time. I'm actually Sagittarius, which is meant to be a philosopher. So it's kind of like second nature to us. But I gotta get in the shower. I gotta get ready to go to this place where they're gonna literally torture me for the next 8 hours in my soul, my spirit, my body, and someone's gonna come in and tell me that, there's this girl, this book that I'm buying. She talks about bad people. She's Jew. I'm like, and I sat that Jewish man down real good one time. I said, sir, do you realize that y'all Jewish people went through the same thing as us black people? Y'all went through the whole entire Holocaust, but yet y'all don't see that y'all made it out the Holocaust, but every time we try to make it out of slavery, y'all burn down our neighborhoods, drown our neighborhoods, and treat us like shit. And then okay, they did it to us this many times, and now we just gonna be okay and say, okay, massa, we just gonna work for you. It just sounds crazy, doesn't it? That man said nothing else to me through the rest of his haircut. He actually shut up. Sometimes you have to actually use your voice and shut people the fuck up because they really be speaking ignorantly. Okay? So I want y'all to continue to keep using y'all Second Amendment, freedom of speech, and remember to say these things because when you say these things out loud, we're manifesting our reality. We're speaking things into existence. So let's continue to speak our authority over these things into existence. We were the original Alpha and Omega. Stop letting people who are subdivisions of racial, what's the word that I'm looking for? Subdivisions of racial disformity. Let me finish so I could get out of here. Stop letting people who are mutations of the racial biome confuse you about who you are. We are Alpha and Omega. Black melanin started the whole entire thing. You're an Aquarius? Yeah, I feel when you talk to religious people, they be getting mad when I be trying to tell their ass the truth and shit like that. None of that shit for real. That shit all made up by the white man. Right. It's like they gave us Christianity when we were slaves. We were doing something before we became slaves. Like, what the heck? Native Americans was doing something before we got kicked. We forgot Native Americans got put into schools that they didn't even want to be in. And their hair was getting cut off. They were told they couldn't have long hair. They couldn't have cornrows. They couldn't have feathers in their hair no more. They literally stole their whole culture and enslaved them and raped them children and made them speak English and then used to beat them physically with stuff because they couldn't speak the language that they're not meant to speak. We have to really look at our history and start to do better. Okay? So yeah, you're eating bugs and dancing naked in the jungle. White man gave you an iPhone so you could stream right now. And that's exactly why I don't respect y'all, because actually black people created a lot of technology like the stoplight. Like y'all white neighborhoods and people who believe that, y'all need to take away all the black inventions and then talk. Okay? But this isn't about race. This is just about culture. So that just shows how small your mind is because this wasn't about white or black. This was about culture. Okay? Right. That's why I said it's not about white or black. It's about culture. But I'm about to close out my cipher, okay? Oh my God. All right. Well, Jacob Steen, I pray that you have a blessed day and I hope that you educate yourself more. Go to the museum. All right. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good day. You need to be grateful we gave you a word to live in, Shaniqua. I pray that you guys find your higher selves and stop living in a dungeon. Okay. Talk to you later. Peace.